All right, I'm gonna give you a really quick overview here onto what I consider an overlanding ridgeline, which I use that term loosely, but definitely gets me around, and obviously I'm gonna stay in the Honda and Acura family. So this is what I have to work with, and hopefully you enjoy it, and if you have any questions, let me know. All right, finished up the new 2021 white black edition Ridgeline here. As most of you know, I've had a 17 and a 2020 black edition before the facelift was done, and picked this one up maybe 2 weeks ago now. For whatever reason, whenever I pick up a new Ridgeline, I end up taking a giant road trip with it. The first one was to the Grand Canyon, the second one was to really far southeast Oregon. This one's about 500 miles just into eastern Oregon here, but I've in the last week and a half ended up fully outfitting this to exactly what I would use it for. Of course, the normal updates to the 2021 or the facelift, the new wheels. Obviously here we have some integrated ducting here for the tires and wheels. LED fog lights are standard. So some updates that I've already done to this is I updated the grille to the HPD grille. So one difference with this though is that it no longer has the black edition emblem on it. In addition to that, because of all the off-roading that I do, and the JSport down there. As I'm out here in the forest, a lot of times I end up running out of daylight here, so I ended up putting some Amazon special lights up top. And I did that because while I do use them, I don't use them very often enough to really dump a lot of money into it when I just got a brand new truck. Another update is I swapped out the tires for the Falken Wildpeak AT3W. Definitely used them already this trip. In addition to that, I have the Truxxx leveling kit that was put on that raises the front 1.5 inches. For anyone that's wondering, measuring the front comes out to 34.5 now, and the rear is 35, so it's just about level. In addition to that, the JSport Plateau roof rack is up top there. Definitely a solid addition. Walking around the truck, I am very pleased to finally have a truck that's not black. And I do still have the black edition blacked out window moldings. Coming around here to the back, the track I believe is 10 millimeters wider than the 17 through 20. Obviously dual exhaust. And that's just about it for the exterior. I guess I should probably mention the mirrors because a lot of people have talked about these. So the side mirrors now have integrated turn signal indicators as well as auto dimming side mirrors here. Taking a look at the inside. There's my puppy. I did put a Weboost in down here for when I'm out in the middle of nowhere and need some cell service, and have that routed up top right there. Show you the inside here. So in my first video I noticed this, which was a huge help this morning when it was icy and cold everywhere. We now have a heated windshield inside. Perforated steering wheel, it's definitely nice. Perforated leather. The trim pieces around the radio bezel are slightly different. Not really much to write home about. This is where I have my Weboost antenna here, so I can have it close to the phone. Sits on the wireless charging pad. Have a Valentine V1, I don't know, option 2, whatever the update is, radar detector there, which definitely comes in handy. It is very well worth the money. Black edition interiors largely unchanged. can see the Black Edition is still embossed there on the leather seat, as well as the cardboard thin mats. Take you around to the other side here and show you how I ended up powering the Weboost. Not that it's used very often, but I added a 12 volt in here, in addition to the OEM USBs. You can close it off when it's not in use. But who would have ever thought that you'd run out of 12 volts, right? But I end up having the radar detector, have the walkie-talkies, and the Weboost, and that way you can stay plugged in there all the time too. My puppy here is inside because he sliced his paw pretty bad, so he's got some stitches on here and he's not getting out and about very much. You can kind of see him right there. So we're keeping him dry and clean. Coming around, there's another look at the front here. Ended up so I ended up wiring up the lights while I'm out here camping right now, so definitely not the cleanest job at the moment, but functional for now, which is really all that matters at this moment. All right, so not much has changed inside. Obviously still missing the Earth Dreams sticker there. For now, I have a Trigger 4 plus switch mounted there, and it's a completely wireless switch. I have it zip tied around the chassis for right now, but it's probably a spot that I'm going to end up keeping it, just the wires tucked below. I have the ground end up going to the ground for the battery in there, and the wires will eventually be cleaned up, but they're behind a KC wire hider here up to the top. So it'll end up looking pretty clean here when it's all said and done. This is just some ash from the campfire. Yeah, I really like how it hides that. So yeah, at this point, I have my Ridgeline pretty much optioned out how I want it, how I use it, and get to enjoy this.